If someone you know is grieving the death of a loved one, it can be challenging to know how to help. Should I bring up the loss? What should I do? What do I say? Having a basic understanding of what grief is, what the common reactions to grief are, and what can be helpful to say can make a big difference in a student's grieving process. First, what is grief? Grief is an individual's inner response to loss, including their thoughts and feelings. Mourning, on the other hand, is the outward expression of those thoughts and feelings. Examples of mourning include talking about grief, crying, journaling, or going through photos. It is important to not only internally grieve after a loss, but to also externally mourn the person who died. It's also important to note that there is no one right way to grieve or mourn, and that grief does not progress in linear stages. There are many reactions a student may have related to their grief. Guilt, relief, frustration, sadness, disbelief, numbness, and fear are just some of the reactions a student may have in response to losing a loved one. In addition, you may experience physical reactions such as muscle tension, sleep disturbances, fatigue, rapid heartbeat, and weight change. They may also experience behavioral reactions such as blaming others, acting out, and avoiding people and situations. Students may also experience spiritual reactions such as anger at God, asking why questions, a loss or strengthening of faith, and a need to find meaning in the loss. To support a student who is grieving, it's important to provide a safe, comfortable environment in which they can talk about their experience. Try to refrain from interrupting while the student is talking. Also, you may have the urge to solve the student's worries or rationalize their grief while you're listening to their concerns. Simply providing an open ear without offering advice is beneficial. So what should you say? In addition to listening, there are some remarks that are more helpful than others in providing support. We'll cover the not so helpful phrases first.
Be strong.
They are in a better place.
Everything happens for a reason.
You need to put this behind you.
They wouldn't want you to be so upset.
I know just how you feel.
While these common phrases may be well-intended, they can be minimizing and hurtful. Instead, use phrases that validate the student's feelings and reactions. For example,
sorry for your loss.
I wish I had the right words. Just know that I care.
I don't know how you feel, but I'm here to help in whatever way you need.
I'm just a phone call away.
My favorite memory of your loved one is...
Providing a hug or saying nothing and simply being with the student are also helpful ways to show support. As a whole, providing a space to listen to the student, understanding the vast range of reactions they may have in response to their grief, and validating their thoughts and feelings are great ways to provide support. Be patient with the student and respect their boundaries if they are not ready to share. If you believe the student is in need of extra support or guidance, here are some campus resources that may be useful. Having a lot of emotions and reactions to grief is normal and doesn't necessarily mean a student needs counseling. For some students, however, counseling may be a helpful part of their grief process. If a student does not have a built-in support system or a place to process their loss, if after time they're having trouble engaging in daily living activities, if they find themselves fixated on the loss, or if they find themselves having thoughts of suicide, self-harm, or harming others, counseling may be a good option. Student Counseling Services offers both individual therapy and group therapy. Group therapy can be particularly helpful if a student feels alone in their grieving process, and if they feel like no one else understands what they're going through. The Office of Student Assistance can be helpful if a student needs help regarding academic-related concerns. There, a student will receive support and guidance in reaching out to professors to explain what is going on, talking about taking a break from school if needed, or simply talking about how to balance both academics and the grieving process. These other resources can be helpful as well. We at SES greatly appreciate the support that you are providing our grieving students.